it's a wonderful concept of the philosophy that you are trying to bring in, that the convergence of the various transdisciplinary factor into the education, and it is very much aligned with the NEP 2020. If you take about the manufacturing aspects, advanced manufacturing aspects, there is a phenomenal change in the activities and all. People are talking about the AI, of the various other the materials and the concepts and all. So each and every moment, the in addition to having the expertise, deep expertise of the or knowledge of the domain, we also need to understand the other factors as well. And in this particular case, I'd say the transdisciplinary approach is very much the appropriate and badly needed for that. Now, for that, if you take the examples of the semiconductor and all, if you take the examples of the booming in the aerospace sectors, now we are going to establish the hub of the aerospace manufacturing somewhere near Bangalore and all. And for all such cases, the addition to the domain expertise, the transdisciplinary approaches would be very much required. For any sort of the educations, the multidisciplinary approaches are aligned subjects and all. When we talk about the transdisciplinary, we also need to think of the which are absolutely orthogonal to the discipline. How happiness can come into the picture of the educations. At IIT Kharagpur, we do have a center for happiness, and that is we run courses for the engineering students. Instead, I mean the classical music and then folk arts, and also the day-to-day basis of the expertise of the infusions of the industrial aspects, the industrial the domain into the engineering field or in the education field is very much the coming up. The non-availability of the transdisciplinary approach in the Indian education systems, arts remain as an art, music remains as a music. Hardly there is any technological the infusion. So today, a lot of the musical instruments, which are very much classical thing, they are also going into oblivion. So the whether is in the process of making them modernized with the conventional, with the upcoming digital tools or upcoming the manufacturing methods, or the intervention of these things, that thought process has never been been nurtured. So I'm happy that WPU is coming up with this concept. So it is not at all a distraction. It is rather nurturing the minds of the people, young people, so that they can think beyond the knowledge they have acquired or acquiring, that can be deployed into the various domains and all. Yes, actually what happens is that when you talk about our education system versus the education systems abroad, I have closely observed the curriculum and all. We are very much focused about the giving the fundamental knowledge and restricting towards that. Application side, we are the lacking behind the other the institutes and all, because of the philosophical the thought process. And so when you talk about the deployment or the applications and all, so from the very beginning, students should be given an opportunity to to deploy. So for that, the exposure is very much important. First year onwards, in fact from the first year itself, the students can given an opportunity to have the industrial training, and so that they get to know what is happening in the industry, whether they can contribute something towards that industry. So these things are missing, and if it is not properly blended from the very beginning at the engineering curriculum, once the courses is over, degree is awarded, it is difficult to adopt that culture. So it has to have a very seamless blending from the very beginning of the first semester itself till the completions of the tenure or the program. If it is done, and that would be good and effective for the society and all. Regarding the curriculum, what you asked is that if you observe study the NEP 2020 model, it says that the multi-entry and multi-exit. That means the students can go out having some, the curriculum or based learning, and can make use of that the learning into the industry. And then again later on, the students can come in and again do further studies and go out. In this way, multi-entry and multi-exit it is possible. Now, if you want to implement that, then every stage our curriculum should be in one way complete, so that they can get a degree, get some sort of certification, and using that certification they can get a job, because the students at the end of the day has to be will be looking for the employment. So that particular curriculum structure has to have a bit of completeness up to a certain level of understanding, and based on that, the candidate will get a job. So industries visit, industries presence has to be there. Indian perspective, I've been working with the industries for a long, and the setting up a center of excellence in advanced manufacturing at IIT Kharagpur. I've seen that in India, industry and academia, they move in parallel paths. Mostly they move in parallel paths, and leaving aside some premier technical institute, there must be some sort of a convergence. There must be some sort of a convergence. That means the students of the academic the units, they should get to know at each level that what is the industry's concern, how can I make use of my knowledge or the understanding into the industrial practices, and industry should also come forward to express that and get themselves blended. If that culture, daily basis interaction culture, which is not present at this moment in most of the academic institutes in India, if it can be brought in, then the true flavor of the industry academia collaboration should be prevailed, and that is badly needed. And when you talk about these aspects and all, again the transdisciplinary aspect, the thought processes will automatically come in, how to make a person healthy during this entire journey, how to keep a person absolutely peaceful, and the importance of the studies and all the values. At the end of the day, the value has to be the maintained or the ascertained or given importance. So that will prevail. Yeah.